the most popular, perhaps the most popular of the couplets from the Bhagavad Gita that is known in the modern world is Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. And you broke it down wonderfully into four sections. That do your duty, do not concern yourself with the result. And the fruit of the actions are not for your enjoyment. And do not have pride in the doership that you're doing. But that doesn't mean that you become attached to inaction. Uh, can you just explain and expand on this a bit more for the audience here? Because the line, perhaps, Swamiji is absolutely well known, but perhaps the understanding of it is not as deep as it should be.
Right. So, you know, uh, Albert Einstein said, if you cannot explain something simply enough, you have not understood it deeply enough. So it's the same out here, that these verses, we should have the ability to explain them very simply. And in this verse, Sri Krishna has given the science of work. It is so interesting. A few years ago, for the first time, when I was asked to give a lecture on stress management. So I said, let me ask Mr. Google first. And there were a whole lot of theories being given about how to manage stress. Somebody said you do yoga, somebody said you do meditation, or go for a walk in nature. Now, all that is fine, because anything that slows the thinking process would de-stress us. But then I went back to the Gita, to this very verse, which so many thousands of years ago contains the secret of stress-free work. So the Sri Krishna says that Arjun, karmane vadikaraste. You have the right to do your work. He is not promoting akarmanyata or laziness. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Do not be attached to the fruits of those works. Now, all the stress we experience is because of attachment to the fruits. Kya hoga, kya hoga, kya hoga. If we give up that attachment, we can work from morning to night without experiencing any kind of stress. So the results are not in our hands in any case. If they were in our hands, everybody would have become a billionaire. Everybody would have remained healthy. So our efforts is just one portion of it. Then there is the karmas of endless past lifetimes that are attached. And the third is the karmas of the people around, the situation itself. And the fourth is the will of God. Sometimes God just wants or doesn't want something to happen. And sometimes it's a matter of luck. You were driving your car absolutely right, and by chance some teenager came and bashed into it. So the results can be due to so many factors. And the spiritual consciousness says the results are not for our selfish enjoyment. They are to be offered to the Lord, consecrated to Him. So, ma phaleshu kadachana. And the third part is ma karma phalaheturbhur. Do not think of yourself as the doer of these activities. Credit all the good that you have done to His grace, which makes things possible. That will free us from kartatvabhiman, the pride of doership. And mate sangostu karmani. Don't be attached to non-doing. So the Bhagavad Gita is not a retirement philosophy. It is a manual for action. And that is very nicely encapsulated in this verse.